You are listening to the Save the Manor podcast with me, Giles Queefington Medley. I hope you enjoy our journey together as we fight, strive and laugh to save the manor. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Save the Manor podcast. I have to have a confession for all of you. I've been scheming a little, and I have come up with quite a nefarious plan to make a few quid. So I was walking around the house, and I was thinking to myself, I mean, look at all these furnishings, and a lot of them have been passed down. I couldn't sell a lot of them because Ghost of Daddy. Goodness, I just said Ghost of Daddy and I had a knock at the door. Goodness. Well, there was the Ghost of Daddy. Goodness. Shit, fuck. Anyway, so I had a plan. So I have a wardrobe, and its origins are rather dubious. It's been passed down for generations, and it's believed to be a Chippendale, but I am not sure it is actually a Chippendale. So, just for the people out there who do not know, Chippendale was a furniture maker in the 1800s, whose work goes for many, many thousands of pounds, maybe even millions of pounds. And I've got a wardrobe that I'm pretty sure is a Chippendale. But even if it's not, I could get a few quid for it. So I have a plan. I'm going to take it down to the high street, and there's a pawnbroker's there, and I'm going to try and see if I can flog it for a few quid, at least pawn it for a few quid, because if it is a real Chippendale, I think the money that I can get, the money to pay for bills. So wish me luck. I have to get it down the steps, and I'll see if I can get it, perhaps pay a local lad to help me get it down the steps into Subaru, and then I will drive to town and we shall see. You shall hear back from me momentarily. So, I managed to get it into the Subaru. Took a foot off when doing it, but it's in the Subaru, it's in the back of the Subaru, and so what we're going to do, I'll drive it down to town, and I'll get Costa coffee, and see if I can get some money for it. But let us, a bit of entertainment, I'll tell you the story, the myth of the wardrobe, and I'll tell you about Daddy's ghosts. So, a long time ago, my father was in Malaya, and he was in the jungle. This is a legend. He was in the jungle and was fighting, whoever they fought in Malaya, and he was going through the jungles, and he came across an old French manor house. And he walked up the steps and he went on inside. And inside he heard a voice say, "I am over here." And so he looked round and he could see a young lady. And he went up the steps, and got shivers down my spine. So he went up the steps, and up there was the wardrobe. And he looked inside, and he looked at the bottom of the wardrobe. There was a little box. Inside was a locket. And he took the locket in his hands. And as he went to open it, he dropped it, and he dropped it, and it fell through the cracks in the floor. But he said, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. He took the whole wardrobe home, and he got some little tappies to take it through all the way through the jungle again, onto his. I mean, he obviously didn't have a Subaru. He probably had a Studebaker or something, and he put it on the back of the cart, and they drove it to the Porto, and they took it home, and it took many months, and then it's believed that, well, I mean, the rest of the legend goes, the reason it's Daddy's ghosts is because after they buried him, kept hearing it open and close when he wasn't around, and they could hear him go, I'm in here. Of course, we'd just lock it, and put a lock on it, and we went down home base, got a lock, put it on the wardrobe, it stopped banging. So that was the end of Daddy's ghost. It was never that strong. So anyway, down to town, with the magic of editing, you'll find. I'll get back to you after I've gone to the pawnbrokers, and I will tell you how much fabulous money we managed to get and what we're going to do with the funds. Maybe fix the roof or something, or pay some debts, or we shall see. Goodbye, see you soon. Attention homeowners in South England. Are you in need of roofing solutions that you can trust? Look no further than Bronson and BROOK Roofing Solutions Limited. Whether it's repairs, replacements or installations, we've got you covered with our total roofing solutions. Our team is dedicated to quality workmanship, ensuring your peace of mind with every project. And here's the best part. We believe in offering competitive prices without compromising on excellence, because Bronson and BROOK, we understand the value of your investment. So why climb up here yourself when you can leave it to the experts? Remember our slogan, we'll go up there so you don't have to. Bronson, trust Bronson and BROOK Roofing Solutions Limited for all your roofing needs. Visit us online or give us a call today to schedule your consultation. Your roof deserves the best, and so does you. That went okay. Well, I just have to make clear the Bronson who will be working on your roof is in no way related to the notorious criminal Charles Bronson. You wouldn't want him. You wouldn't want him up there. I can tell you. He's a fucking bear of a man, Bear, big, strangled people. Strangled people in prison, Could kill another man with his own bare hands. It's very chilling. If you really think about it, it's quite chilling. It's chilling because he'd look you in the eye. He'd look you in the eye and go, and kill it. You always have to make sure, because he was born in Luton, of all places, and you never know, because it's not far, one thing I can't confirm is whether or not he's related to the American actor, who's, funnily enough, called Charles too. Charles Bronson. Actually, a very funny story. I actually met him once. It's a very, very funny story. So I was in the Ivy in the 80s. Yes, I was minding my own business at the bar, and I feel poke a little finger on my shoulder. I turn round. Who is it of all people? It's Mickey Winner. My very good friend. He was a director of Death Witch and, of course, legend, lovely man. And I was, I said, Mickey, let me get you a drink. And he said, I'm on my way out, but you should meet my leading man. And as he said that, Charles walked out of the toilet, wiping his hands on his jeans. And he shook my hand, and it was moist. And I thought, that is either hand-washing residue or bodily fluid. And I like to believe it was the latter. And I was absolutely starstruck. So, so to reiterate, definitely no relation to Charlie Bronson, the criminal, actor, legend, titan of Hollywood. Unknown. I can't confirm that. But, Bronson and Brooke, Roofing Solutions. Well, it's the day after. Yesterday we tried to get the wardrobe down, and today I went into town. And to quote my late mother, the dowager Lady Griffington Medley, I've had a bit of a day. So first of all, I took Subaru into town, parked it right outside the front of the pawnbrokers. Went in. The pawnbrokers is a shop called Sex, C-E-X, and I went inside, and a young man approached me and he said, hello boss. He called me boss, and I said, hello, I'm Giles Griffington Medley, and I have something of great value that you could appraise for me. And he said, well, what is it? And I said, it is a Chippendale. And he looked at me and he said, was it a DVD or something? And I said, what is it? No. And he said, is it a Blu-ray? And I said, no, it's a wardrobe. And he said, no, we don't take furnishings. And I looked around and there was a television desk in there, and I said, what about that? And he said, well, that's electricals related. And I said, what do you mean electricals related? And he said, they only trade in mostly electrical goods, DVDs, things like that. And I said, young man, do you even know what a Chippendale is? And he said, isn't it something to do with men dancing and taking their clothes off? And I said, no, not that sort. And he said, well, I can search the system to see if we have any Chippendale paraphernalia in. And I said, no, I'm trying to sell I tried to describe to him, I'm trying to sell it. No, I have a very, very rare wardrobe from Burma, from Malaya, and I would like to pawn it, to put it under duress, and gain some money for its return. And he said, no, we cannot do that. And I said, would you at least want to have a look at it? And he just looked over my shoulder at the back of the Subaru and said, I mean, I've got a brother that needs a wardrobe, and I said, what can you give me for it? And he said, I could give you 25 quid for it. And I said, no, it's worth more than that. And he said, well, I can still search the system for Chippendales. And I said, I was trying to sell Chippendale back to him. And he said, okay, and he went ahead and searched for the Chippendales. And he said, there's a number of DVDs here, what would you like? And I said, what have you got? And he said, there's a cartoon, Chip and Dale, which is some kind of Disney cartoon. And then he did have the men dancing. And I said, well, I'll take the men dancing. I said, how much is that? And he said, it's $10.99. I said, that's a little bit steep. And he said, well, I can do it for £10. And I said, can you really do a discount? And he said, yeah, I'll get my manager. And I talked to the manager. His name was Oliver, I think. He was a nice man. And he said, yeah, seeing as you've come out all the way, I can give you that £1 off. And he did. And then when I got back to the car with my DVD, I'd got a parking ticket, so I was fucked off about that. And so I thought, well, I've already got the ticket, so I just walked along the road, got my Costa coffee, and I was ever so sad. And so I drove back home afterwards with my DVD, and I left the wardrobe in the Subaru because I couldn't get it in the house anyway. So I just walked up the steps and went through the hall and up the other steps and around the top steps and along the hallway and into the boudoir. And I sat here and I've about to put the Chippendales on. And I also got another one called, that he recommended, called Magic Mike or something. So I'm going to probably go along the hall and go downstairs and down the next stairs and through the hall and then through the dining room and into the parlour and then the kitchen. And then I go into the larder and then through the larder and down to the cellar and find myself some wine, and then I come back up and maybe go through the back passage, as it were, and then up the steps of the back passage to the servants' quarters, and then through into the boudoir again, and then put on Magic Mike, probably, because I'm ever so melancholic right now. And I really don't know what to do with oneself. I'm so distraught. And I have to get someone to move that fucking wardrobe back inside tomorrow. So, good night. I shall enjoy some Magic Mike, some Chippendale, and you shall hear from me again on the morrow, maybe the next couple of days, because got some stuff on, you'll find out. Good night. Hey there, dog lovers of Basingstoke. Ready to pamper your fluffy friend with a special treat? Surprise your furry friend with a pampering experience like no other at Vanilla Pooch Combs and Cuts. Our high street salon offers a unique blend of doggy hairdressing and delicious ice cream treats. Because why should humans have all the fun? Indulge your pup with our tasty treats while they enjoy a professional grooming session. From stylish cuts to luxurious baths, we cater to all breeds and sizes. So whether your pooch needs a new do or just a sweet treat, Vanilla Pooch is the place to be. All dogs welcome. It's tails wagging guaranteed. Visit us today on the High Street in Basingstoke. We used to do this for children, really. Ice cream and children. I recall my son actually, one of them, how he, as a child, used to squeak and squirm as the staff tried to cut his hair. I mean, it was absolutely chilling screams. And he had, I had to go to the western end of the house and play, ELO or something on the records to drown out the noise. Of course, Bonneville, he was staring like a Scot, but not a peep out of him, but think about it. So thinking about it, I'd love a dog. A little friend to keep me company. We could sit in the parlour and watch the Bill together. Maybe I'll go to Basingstoke. Maybe you should go Basingstoke too. Maybe. See you there. Hello everyone, Creefington Medley on the road again. I'm in the Sudrell, my driving gloves are on. It's a beautiful day, the sunroof is, it's partially open, it's actually a bit stuck, but it's been stuck since 2008, something like that. So, this is as good as it gets, baby, that's what they say, isn't it? One thing, actually, talking about children, I didn't know this, but there's a new generation in town. There's a new classification for generation. It's called a Zoomer. And I think it's spelled a bit like some kind of South American Zuma, Z-U-M-A, I think. And it means like, because there's lots of different... I don't quite understand the youth these days. There's a boy in the high street, and I saw him, he was a Zoomer, and he had long hair like I used to at Charter House, sort of large on the top, a bit sort of Tears for Fears. Then he had straight cut jeans and a jumper. And then I looked at my clothes and I went, I'm wearing my straight cut jeans and I've got my jumper on. And I thought, am I in fashion at the moment? And I went up to him and I said, excuse me, young man. And he just ignored me. Like he put his head down and walked off. And I was like, oh, why wouldn't... He looked ever so stressed to be talking to someone. And he just looked at his phone and walked off. And I thought, if only I knew your mother, I would give you a sing to. That's what I would do. Anyway, so the kids these days, like, I've been thinking of maybe some money-making schemes I could do to with the kids. And so I've been planning a village fete in in the grounds of Creefington Manor. And I thought, well, Creefington Manor, it's got reflecting pools, but not that the fountains work anymore. And there's the greenhouse, which is unfortunately fallen in, but the roof is fallen in. But we can get that fixed one day. It's kind of served my ancestors, to my great grandfather. It kind of serves him right, because who builds a wooden conservatory? It was all the rage for iron back then. It just didn't. I do not. I never got on with my grandfather anyway. He was quite a dictatorial man. I never really spoke a word to him. Every time I tried, he would say, "Seen and not heard, seen and not heard," and he would say, "Seen and not heard," but it was quite strange because you'd start talking, he would just go, "Seen and not heard, seen and not heard, seen and not heard," like that, and it was kind of strange because, you know, like at parties and things, he would just sit there going, "Seen and not heard, seen and not heard," if anyone tried to talk to him, and he'd go, "Grandfather, could I have a piece of cake or maybe a slice of tongue?" And he would say, "Seen and not heard, seen and not heard, seen and not heard," and you just couldn't get anything out of him. And grandmother was, I wouldn't say equally as cold, but I mean, she would say, "Here's your tongue, boy," and you'd take the tongue and say, "Thank you, Grandma," and she would scoff almost, but not enough. She would scoff in a way she barely cared for you. So it was very difficult. I mean, it was very, very difficult. I mean, one of my favourite people growing up, thinking back to my days as a boy, what I would do is I would go down the back passage, so through the back of the boudoir, and I would go down service quarters into the passage. And really, I shouldn't have been there. And I'd go down to the scullery in the kitchen, and I would go into the larder, and there would be, you know, all sorts of cold meats and all sorts of delightful goods. And I remember one time I went into the buttery, and funnily enough, that's not where they make the butter, that's where they have the butts, which are the bottles, of course. And so we'd have all sorts of wines, I mean not wines, usually more ciders and things in the butellerie really is the correct word, especially as Francos, you know, French, as in Queefington, of course, you know, that's where the word queef comes from, of course, quaff, and you know, butellerie, and we'd go to the butellerie, and I would sneak down their back passage, and I would open a bottle of, you know, I mean, this is where I get my lust for Strongbow now. There would be, go down to the butellerie, and there would be a cider from the orchard that we'd make on the ground, and I would shop a little bit in my mouth, and I would take a little bit from the barrel, and I would shop it, and I would feel that first wave of giddy intoxication come over me, and I would say, "Yes, this is good," and then I would go out into the garden, and I would see our cousins who would be visiting maybe, and I'd chase them to the orchard and give them a little kiss on their lips maybe, and or maybe I'd have, you know, go find a Mars bar somewhere. I mean, also, you know, thinking about it, this was the days where, you know, you could go and find a Mars bar in the fridge, and you know, or in the larder, and I would steal a Mars bar, and my father would find the wrapper in, you know, one of the old commodes or something, and he would beat me. Quite brutally. But you know, what can one say about a father's hand? He is now a ghost, let's face it, as a ghost locked in the cupboard, which I've still got in the boot of the Subaru. I mean, it's been the guy, the young man that I got to put it in, for some reason is not answering my calls. He helped me get it down, or he took the wardrobe from that we took to sex. He took the wardrobe and he took it down the steps and he put it in the back. And I said, "Look, here's here's a fiver, and he said, a fiver? I said yes, and he said, you said you're going to pay me minimum wage, and I said, what's minimum wage? And he said, it's something like, he said some number per hour, and I said, well, it haven't been a full hour, and he said, no, and I haven't been a full hour, but, and I said, he said I had to drive out here, and I'm billing you for that time. I said, no, you're not. And I said, you know what, how about I give you a travel suite? And he wasn't very happy with that, and I said, look, and I opened the tin, and I said, look, take two. And I took them out, and then I got, that was the annoying thing, I get a load of powdered sugar on my fingers, and I'm just take them, and I have sticky fingers after that. And he hasn't called me back. I mean, I've been texting him, but he hasn't called me back, so I'm kind of annoyed, because I don't know how I'm going to get the old ghost wardrobe out of the Subaru now, back into the house. I mean, I'll have to come up with some scheme. Maybe I'm thinking maybe if I reverse fast enough and then brake, I can get it to just kind of fly out a bit, maybe fly it into the... If I do that, see, that's an idea, isn't it? Maybe do that with the stables. If I open the stable door and then I reverse with the Subaru and then brake with the back door open, maybe this is a good idea. This is a very, very good idea. Hold on, I'm nearly home. I'll give you a call back when I know, okay? So Queevington Medley signing out. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it was a good idea momentarily. Thanks, Josh. Goodness, well, that was a fucking disaster. I mean, goodness. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no, 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 no. Oh. That didn't go well. I think, yes. Let's have a look. What's the damages? Oh no. Oh dear. I have. It's acted like, almost like a bulldozer, the old Subaru. It's broken the entire wall. It's a crack. It's a crack on the entire stable. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I mean, the Subaru's not even a scratch on the old Subaru. But, oh shit. Well, water for ducks back, I suppose. Oh dear me. Well, that was a complete fucking fiasco. I tried to get it in the stable, and it did skid quite a way, but I mean, I hit the edge of I didn't brake quick enough, and I hit the edge of the stable. It's a big crack along the side of the stable now, so we'll have to get some filler for that. I mean, let's hope fucking English Heritage doesn't come down here and have a look, because then I am buggered. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, at least, I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound. At least the wardrobe is now in the stable, and all I need to do is go out there a bit later under the cover of dark, and with a rake and move the stones back, because you know, you never know who's peeping Tom's having a look, and I don't want them to know. I don't want them to get my But I mean, the Subaru hasn't even got a scratch in it. I mean, I have known claims bonus of that for 25 years or something like that. I mean, it's very, very, I mean, since I bought it, I've never claimed insurance on it. However many people I've hit, how much things I've hit. So, that good old Subaru saves us again. And now I can save a few quid on fuel, because I won't have to be lumping down, Daddy's ghost in that wardrobe anymore. So all in all, positive. Well, it's been lovely recording. Until next time, thank you very much on the Save the Manor podcast. Patron, make sure you subscribe for goodies. I'm sorry, there'll be goodies out there sometimes. Thank you very much. Much love. Goodbye.